Welcome home, family and fellow citizens of the African Order. I'm here with another video, and the topic of this discussion is why you can't talk to whites about race. The number one reason why you can't talk to white people about any racial problems is because as long as they agree with you, they'll consider you a genius. You can talk about COVID, the vaccine, mandates, you okay. But as soon as you discuss anything that they don't agree with, then you got a problem. Because see, their understanding is attached to a leash, and you're the dog. The economy, capitalism, you discuss any of these topics with them, you're gonna have a problem. Because see, with white people, it's not about compliance or compromise. It's all about control. They're not going to entertain any conversation with you if it means they don't have control over you. I was talking to this dumb whitey the other day, and we was talking about capitalism. And he was like, I said, in capitalism, the problem with it is it's unopposed. It's running amok. You have every child that's born into this country it has a $220,000 bill attached to it because of the unchallenged growth that debt has accumulated with capitalism. I said it need a counterpart. And he was telling me how great capitalism is and how it's the best thing about it. Well, what do you want to change it with? What do you want to compare it to? Capitalism is great compared to what? Compared to. Well, look, when you have a 200 something $1,000 bill attached to every living person in this country, and capitalism is the system that we use, we should be looking at any option. He kept talking about some compared to what? Compared to what? Like I said, you just cannot talk to these people. It's just don't even try it. Then he started talking about how socialism, compared to socialism, where everyone is paid the same, and see, this is the issue. White people will scream equality with them. We all human. We all this. We all that. They'll scream equality as long as our equality equals to them. But see, the thing is, as long as you follow their path, you will never recover or regain the culture and the heritage that you had before. The history, the knowledge. They want you to be equal to them because you have no knowledge of yourself. If you could get back what they had taken from you, and then they asked you or told you that they're the standard of equality in this world, you will laugh in their freaking face. This is the only way that black people want to be equal to whites is without our knowledge, and I'm here to get it back. You know, when he was like I said, when he was comparing the socialism to capitalism, everybody supposed to be paid the same by the government. The thing is this, like I said, they have very limited knowledge and understanding, and I try to talk to them with kid gloves because I know what I'm dealing with. You're basically dealing with a child with his finger on the trigger. You got to talk to them slow so that they can understand, but it's just not going to work. How do you have equality in a system, in a country, when you have a person that has several $billion and another person that's coming in there that's only making $40,000 a year, $30,000 a year? How is these two people going to be treated the same? How do you have equality in this? You let a rich guy commit a crime. He'll spend every day of that trial in his own home. But let a poor person commit a similar crime. He's spending it down at the county jail. I seen a video of Nicki Minaj, getting her fingernails done. and she's trying to pay the beautician, and the lady's refusing to take her money. Nicki Minaj is like, oh, she does this every time. She never want to take my money. That's because you're Nicki Minaj, and you got millions of dollars. She's gonna treat you different, but not let some other woman coming in there that's barely making $15 an hour. You're gonna charge her $30, $40, 2 hours of pay, just to get your fingernails and toes painted. Where's the equality in that? Let anybody else walk into her shop, get her nails done, and even try to walk out of there without paying. You had the police on you before you know it. You know, the fact of the matter is this: white people, they'll talk all this equality, equal opportunity, access to their schools, their jobs, their positions. They'll talk about all that, but they'll never talk to you about equal advantages, where you own the business, you create your own opportunities, your own determination, where you can walk away. They will never talk to you about that. Because, see, when you own and control your own businesses and industries, then you can determine how you live. You ain't got to take their final offer. You can create opportunities for yourself. Because even if they did teach blacks the same, pay blacks the same, and employ blacks the same, do you think they'll ever employ yours equally to theirs? Do you think if it ever came down to your black child and some white child getting this job, you think they're going to be fair and hire the black person? No. So it doesn't matter what they say. I'll focus on what they don't say. And they never, not one of them, ever entertain the conversation about blacks owning and controlling their own essential businesses and industries. Everything that you get from white people, you have to get at their allowance, at their permission. That way they can monitor, limit, control, or deny at their discretion. You can never determine your own or create your own. Never. Not, who else want to live like this? On Lord of the Rings, there was 12 rings that was floating around, but one ring controlled all of them. And if you put that ring on, and Martar discovered you found that ring, he was sending all type of demons after you to get that ring back. White people are just like that. They'll talk to you about equality, opportunities, working hard, this, that, coming, getting a job, doing all this, borrowing money. They'll talk to you about everything. But the one thing that controls all of that is the ring of ownership. You own your own, you can control everything else that affects your community. And as soon as a black person start discussing ownership, taking control over their way of life, not nobody else's, but black people, what happened? They send their dogs after you. They send their demons after you. They have killed black people just because they talked about blacks building their own. This is a conversation that white people is never going to have with you. Just recently today in the paper, Mel Tucker, coach for Michigan State University, he came there last year when COVID first broke out. Had a okay season for a first-year coach. This season, basically with a lot of the same players, this guy had won his first 8 games. Now his name is being floated around for another position at other schools. So now Michigan State got a decision to make. Either you pay this man to not listen to nobody else, or you risk losing him. So Michigan State did the right thing. They paid Mel Tucker. They tried to get him a 10-year, $95 million contract. That's to keep this program going in the direction that it's going. No other coach has done the things that Mel Tucker done. Beat Michigan in his first 2 opportunities. Beat Ohio State. Nobody has done at Michigan State what Mel Tucker did. And now everybody's questioning why Mel Tucker is getting this much money. Well, it's because he's black. They're giving all the answers it's besides the truth. If Mel Tucker was white, and they, after 2 years or less than 2 years of seeing what this man can do, and the University of Michigan wanted to extend this contract, if Mel Tucker was white, you wouldn't have not one person voicing anything negative about this. But because Mel Tucker's a Negro and got this kind of money from Michigan State, now they want to hire coaches that then failed at other universities, and thinking if they was to sign that guy and take Mel Tucker's place, if he want to get more money already, he got a contract already, why should they have to pay him more money and he still got this contract? Because you pay any other coach. You let any other coach come in there in his first 2-3 years of a 5-year deal exceed the expectations of what he could have done. They're going to be negotiating. They're going to be renegotiating this white guy contract. But as soon as they black, now you come up with all these other excuses. Now look at here. You got Jim Harbaugh. Been at Michigan for 7 years. Only beat Michigan State like twice. Never beat Ohio State. No Big Ten championships. No playoffs. No bowl victories. And they gave this guy a 3-year extension. He's been there 7 years and haven't won anything. But because he's white, you don't, and they still say that this guy is a great coach. This is why you can't talk to these people. Because it's just obvious. You put a black person in a white person situation and they'll question every benefit that this black guy get. And Jim Harbaugh should not be coaching anywhere, let alone the University of Michigan. But because he's white and his name is Harbaugh, it's sad. It's sad. But, you know, before I end this video, let me say this. This is your life. We talking about our children. We talking about our way of life, our determination, our self-determination. It's not about why you can't talk to white people. Or it shouldn't be about that. The thing is it should be, why do you have to? This is your life. This is your determination. You ask any other race of people, who would you rather see heading your educational standards, your government, your employment? Who determines your way of life? No other race of people on the planet will ever pick somebody outside of their race. But you Negroes keep voting people over your charge of your community with no mandates, with no rules, no demands, no nothing. You're just putting these people right back in power. We got to stop having conversations with white people on how we live and start having a conversation with ourselves. I'm going to end this video here. And if you like this message, please share it. And if you like this content, consider subscribing to this channel. And with this video, as with all my videos, it is for the complete liberation of my people. And I see you in my next message. Ashe.